This video, I'm going to be sharing with you the divine matrix of reality and show you how to hack the system. By the end of this video, you'll understand more about how to create what you want in your life and what your reality really is. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of the divine matrix, understanding the reality that we live in, understanding it from a deeper point of view than maybe you've ever understood it before, and understanding how you can upgrade your level so that you manifest from a higher paradigm, so that you know how to hack the system. Think about it like a video game. If you have a video game and you know the quote-unquote cheat codes, then guess what? It makes it a little bit easier for you to move through it because you know how to move through. Now imagine also that not just that, you have a guide that helps you through this process as well. So you have a video game and you have like a guide that says this is coming up, this is coming up, this is what you can prepare for. And if you know the rules of this game, it makes the process so much easier. Well, in a way, life is a form of game. Now think about it as a game as well. When you have a game, what you do is you play this game, and maybe whatever game you want, and when you're looking at this game that you're playing, you know that that avatar that you're playing in the game isn't actually you, but you immerse yourself in it. And the thing is if it's just a game, sometimes you may take it a little bit more loosely. You may just kind of mess around a little bit. You may not get actually the value out of it that you would get if you were actually experiencing it for yourself. That's why some people on Grand Theft Auto will go on this game and they'll go smack people around doing things that they wouldn't actually do in real life. At least let's hope not. Well, in a similar way, you wouldn't go around doing all that because if you did, there'd be karma. Maybe in a way, Grand Theft Auto is a way for people to do things without catching on karma and having that come back to them. They can see how far can I push the limits? How far can I run away from the police and hit people on the side of the road and run over people without actually having that come back to me. Well, the thing is life is not like a video game. It is in certain ways, and in the other way, there is this cause and effect that's going on. But the key is being aware of that, but being aware at the same time that it is like a video game. Because the difference, or the thing is when we come into this reality, we forget who we are. There's a veil of forgetfulness. So we come in this reality, we're like, oh, this is who I am. We grow up our whole entire lives identifying with the senses, thinking that this is who I am. And then what we do is we go through an awakening process. We eventually get through an awakening process. We get to a place to where we realize that we're more than the ego. Normally that happens through pain. And then it causes us to wake up. Wake up to who we really are, which is a spiritual being living a temporary human experience. And there is purpose behind this, but here is the thing that I want you to understand, is that you came here to remember who you are. You came here to go through this veil of forgetfulness to then remember, because also right now there's this ascension happening on the planet. There are more and more people waking up right now than ever before, and it is amazing to see. It is happening so quickly. And the reason being is because as a collective, we've decided to upgrade the system. Just like you would think of the Matrix. Think of the Matrix as an analogy. And the thing with the Matrix is one of the reasons the Matrix did so amazing as a movie is because at a deeper level, the concept resonates with a lot of people. Think about the idea of the Matrix, where Neo's in the Matrix. And in the Matrix, everyone's going through that of the motions of what they're doing. Everyone's identified with their senses. Everyone's eating the food. Everyone's thinking that that's who they are. But then Morpheus comes along, pulls them out of the Matrix and says, yo, bro, you're so much more than that. You are the one. And guess what? The one is that of a metaphor for the one consciousness that we are all connected to, whether we're aware of it or not. But what we do is when you look at that of the Matrix, it's like then you become aware of it and there's no going back. You can think of it as the pills being that of awakening, because there really is no going back. Because once you know this, it makes you can't unknow what you know. And then the process of awakening starts, but it's meant to happen. So there is this Matrix, and then you look at the movie The Matrix, and there's all these, he goes through all these, he gains better abilities, he learns how to control his mind, he realizes everything is mental. Well, guess what? In reality, it's very simple. It's very similar. The reality that we experience, the ego that we experience, is sense perceptions. It's vibrational interpretations. It is a very real metaphor, and it's a very real, it's the way reality works. However, this is the disconnect between the movie The Matrix, when it comes to all these AI and machines coming in, and us thinking that like there's no organic fabric of reality. We live in a divine matrix. That is the difference. We live in a divine matrix. Everything we see in reality is compositions of light. We are all light. We are all light beings. There is this organic structure that we have. Yes, it is partly programmed. If you look at the movie The Matrix and you see the people that are walking around programmed, well, it's very similar in society. Until you become aware or awake, you live in the autopilot mind. And you're just sort of robotically going through the same actions every day, talking to the same people every day, thinking the same thoughts every day, feeling the same emotions every day. Then what happens is you wake up. That's when you start to wake up from the matrix. But the thing is it is a divine matrix. You are a divine spiritual being that exists in higher states of consciousness right now, and you are now coming to more awareness of that. That is what the awakening process is. It is realizing that you are the one. You are the one, and when it comes to being the one, it's about understanding that we're all connected and that we're all divine. We're all a piece of source energy. So this is what we're coming to understand in this lifetime. Now when it comes to this divine matrix, understand there's ways of hacking it. There are ways of hacking the matrix. Here is what you want to pay attention to, and this is the power of this whole entire video. Your beliefs about the matrix create the kind of experiences you have. So let me ask you this question. When you look at your life, what are your beliefs about how your life works? Because if you understand that it's a divine matrix, it makes it much easier for you to flow through the process, because you don't have to give so much seriousness to everything that happens. Everything doesn't have to be so heavy. You can allow things to, in a way, kind of smooth out. You can enlighten yourself, which means lightening up on yourself. But if you believe everything is heavy and dense and is all this lower vibrational emotion, then it keeps you weighed down into that experience. But you see, this is where we start to become aware of who we really are. This is where we start to take our power back, because we're becoming more aware of who we are. But the key to this is the beliefs we have about it. So some people believe that things don't come easily to them. They believe that things have to be hard. No pain, no gain. And that is a social conditioning thought form that people tag onto. No pain, no gain. Things have to be difficult. Things have to be hard. In order for it to be worth it, it has to be hard. Well, here's the thing. If you change your beliefs about manifestation, things will change for you. So what are your beliefs about reality itself? Do you believe that life is divine? Because the more you believe that your life is divine, or really not even believe it, but understand that it is, that's more just awareness, is the more divine your life will be. The more synchronicity will come into your life. Do you believe that life has to be hard? Because if so, it will be. Pay attention to what your beliefs about reality are. That's why spiritual awakening is so empowering, because you expand yourself out of the ego structure. You expand yourself out of the limited thought forms and the social conditioning. So unplug from it. Social conditioning is the mass thought forms of what many people are thinking, like you gotta go to college to be successful. Things like you just gotta work your job, work your way up. Things like so many in relationships, there's these beliefs, there's all these social conditioning beliefs. And pay attention to them. And when I say pay attention to them, observe them neutrally, and then shift it to where you want to believe. How do you want to write the system to your own life? How do you want to hack the system? Because everyone is living in response to their reality. But if you go within first, you can see that you can change the way you relate to your life. And when you change the way you relate to your life, you then change the outer circumstances. Because your beliefs create your reality. Most people's beliefs are just on autopilot, Reality is hard. Things happen to me. All these perspectives cause more and more experiences that mirror back that belief. If you change your belief and how you relate to reality, your reality will then change. But most people are going external to change their reality, which is why it is hard and difficult. Because they may also have a belief that says it's hard and difficult. I get a lot of people in DMs on Instagram. Aaron, how do I manifest a relationship when all these girls always treat me like this, or guys always, do this to me? I'm like, well, you have a belief that guys always do this to you, or girls always do this to you. So therefore, you have that self-fulfilling belief, the self-fulfilling prophecy. Everything in our life at a certain level is a self-fulfilling prophecy. But here's the power. You give it the meaning. You give the meaning. And then it becomes the self-fulfilling prophecy. Change the meaning of your life. You can make it like that. You can change the meaning of your life. You are no longer a victim. I would say the thing that keeps people so entrenched into what we call the metaphorical matrix is believing in the victimhoodness. Because when we believe we're a victim, we believe we're a leaf in the wind. And then we're getting carried wherever it takes us. We have no control, no ability to direct it. You are the leaf, the wind, and the environment. You are the divine matrix itself. Part of the way that we transcend the matrix is by realizing that the matrix is in itself us. This is going deeper down the rabbit hole. But just like in the movie The Matrix, following the white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit. The white rabbit. Think of it like this. Your life up until this point has been mainly on autopilot. Everyone has until they wake up. Until they wake up. But now we're going through this process of waking up. Millions and millions of people are waking up on the planet because now is a time of awakening. And as you wake up, you become aware of all these autopilot behaviors that are running the life experience. And then you wake up and realize, what am I doing? I can create the life that I want by focusing my thoughts, choosing the meaning I give things in my life, and by choosing that meaning, I then experience a reality that is equal to that meaning I give it. So people on earth right now are becoming aware, they're waking up, and they're taking their power back instead of giving it away. Because you see, this divine matrix we live in, the thoughts we think create our reality. The thoughts we think as a collective create the collective reality. So when we look at the level of control that may have been on the planet for a long period of time, it's mainly that it's been the control of us and our thoughts. If the media is going to control the thoughts, it controls the reality. If you look around on the news and you see that everything is war and doom and gloom, then guess what? You assume that reality is doom and gloom, and we create that reality together of that conflict. Because billions of people are focused on it. But what is happening now is people are waking up. They're waking up and say, I don't want to put my energy on that. I don't want to put my focus on those negative things. And as we all wake up together, it's going to change the collective consciousness. As you wake up right now, you are creating a new imprint in this divine matrix, allowing more and more people to tag onto this energy, because energy and thoughts actually are real. We just don't see them all with our eyes, but thoughts have an energetic pattern that are floating around the whole planet. And this divine matrix is about knowing that you are a divine being living a short human experience, but in this life you have chosen to be like Neo and to wake up. To take one of the pills, not pharmaceutical, maybe just a little bit of herbs or something. And you take it and you realize that metaphorically, you are waking up to a higher level of consciousness. And that in this higher level of consciousness, you can create your own reality because you give the meaning to the things in your life. And because you give the meaning to it, you then experience the reality you want. Don't go outside to change your reality. Change the inside. Change how you relate to things. Change your own internal beliefs, and then the outside reflects those beliefs that you change, because beliefs create reality. Change your beliefs, you change your reality. This is the divine matrix. Everything you see in your life is made up of light. We are all connected to the one source of consciousness. We're all dreaming that we're little separate parts, when in actuality we're all connected. The more you wake up in your life is the more you hack the system. Raise your vibration. You raise your vibration by doing what you're passionate about, by letting go. You raise your vibration by letting go. Letting go of thought forms that no longer serve. Letting go of things that are holding you back. Letting go of lower vibrational emotions by observing them. Letting go of thoughts. Observe your thoughts. This will raise your vibration, and then you hack the system. But the way you hack the system is by being aware of the beliefs you have about the system. Because that is controlling the kind of reality you experience. So change that, you change your whole entire life. Something else that I have in the top of the description box below is a meditation that will help you to raise your vibrational set point. One of the most powerful meditations I've created. I recommend you listen to it for 21 days. I think it can absolutely transform your life. Also, I'll be doing more live Q&As on Instagram, so if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, you'll see that right here. I post twice a day, and you can ask me questions during those live Q&As. Other than that, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification here so you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.